Whenever you're ready, yeah.
Okay, I'm Jolene. And I'm Randy, and we're from Jive Paint Decor, Saskatoon's Fair Paint dealer. So we're going to talk about the Zero VOC paint. And if you have any questions throughout, don't hesitate to ask and we'll do our best to answer them. What is VOC? VOC is volatile organic compounds. These VOCs are compounds that evaporate into the atmosphere and they contribute to the formation of particulate matter and ground level ozone, which is the main ingredient in smog. VOCs are found in everything from perfume to gasoline. Paint is a product that contains VOCs in its compositions. Anything that can evaporate can be considered a VOC.
Canadian regulation VOCs.
There are now 53 regulation categories for coatings that can be manufactured or sold in Canada. With the reduction of VOCs set out in the new Canadian government regulations, VOCs will be reduced by an average of 18% annually over the next 10 years. As of September 9th, 2010, all paint manufactured must conform to the new rules or they cannot be sold to the retailer in Canada. Paints imported into Canada must follow these same regulations. Paints which no longer meet the new regulations may continue to be sold by the retailer until September 9th, 2012. So meaning all oil-based paints and some latex paints that didn't meet the regulations. In 1999, paint VOCs could contain up to 250 grams per liter. Now in 2011, paint VOCs can contain up to 150 grams per liter. And just to state that all the para latex paints met all the regulations and we didn't have to reformulate anything, so that was nice.
Off-gassing.
VOCs evaporate into the air as the paint dries. When the paint has dried, all the VOCs have been released. You may detect off-gassing if a painted surface is heated up. For example, if the sun is beaming on a wall, particularly a dark color, this will heat up the surface and therefore you could detect a smell of paint, which is considered off-gassing. So VOCs are only present when it's a liquid. Once it's dry or hardened, they're no longer there.
So why would some paints have VOCs at all?
It's just the different resins and chemicals that are put into
And then
it.
it doesn't show up.
It's
that
cheaper or
contains
something? Or,
VOCs.
yeah, why would they do it at all?
Yeah.
Well, I would say it is cheaper for them to be able to do it because they've had to find different chemicals and formulations to make up the zero VOCs.
Okay.
But we can find out for sure.
Yeah, we can get more information from the lab and stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then just for an example, once you peel an orange, VOCs are evaporated also, but then when the peeling is dry, it's done. The VOCs are done.
Regular paint versus zero VOC paint.
So additives that are put into a regular latex paint versus zero VOC paint are very similar in their performance. However, they contain higher VOC concentrates. Glycol is one of the key additives in regular latex paint, which is used to help the paint flow and gives more open time. It is high in VOCs. Glycol is being replaced by other chemicals to formulate zero VOC paints. So glycol is a type of antifreeze. So with the low VOC paints, they take a little bit longer to dry, where the zero VOC paints dry really quick.
So
They're a little bit harder to
work. A little
work
faster with it.
Generically speaking, for the most part, the additives that improve the flow, leveling, and durability of the zero VOC paints are naturally occurring. Mineral pigment, marble, cellulose. Once again, in 1999, paint VOCs could contain up to 250 grams per liter. Now, in 2011, paint VOCs contain up to 150 grams per liter.
What do they mean? Like it says mineral pigment, which I imagine is the coloring. What's marble and cellulose?
That
That we'll have to find out. Because
Okay.
the lab can only let out
release
certain
so much
information.
information.
Because otherwise, other paint companies can pick up
Sure.
on their
Okay.
formulations for products. But we can find that out for sure. Application of zero VOC paints.
It's relatively the same apart from the open time. This is due to having no glycol, which is type of antifreeze. Zero VOC formula allows for an easy cleanup with regular soap and water, just like our regular latex paint would be. And also with the zero VOC paint, you have to store it in a warm place because it will freeze because it doesn't have that glycol additive, so it freezes a lot faster. Now a little bit about Para Paints. Para Paints is a Canadian-based company who proudly manufactures all their paints in Canada, complying with high-quality standards, offering VOC-compliant products that meet the newly revised government standards, including a zero VOC paint product, Essence by Para. And Essence being the paint that was used here in the Verico home. Essence is a high-quality 100% acrylic paint formulated to zero VOC levels by EPA, which is Environment Protection Agency. An extremely low odor and environmentally friendly product designed for interior surfaces. The low odor and VOC levels make this product ideal for sensitive areas where odors are undesirable, for example in hospitals or schools. And also the zero VOC doesn't mean that the paint has absolutely no odor. A lot of people think that, but it still does have a little bit of a paint smell to it. And it helps to preserve the environment by reducing the amount of groundwater and ozone depleting contaminants produced as a result of painting. Its water-based latex formula allows for an easy cleanup with regular soap and water. And it is fast drying, washable, and provides excellent coverage.
Manufacturing of Essence.
A designated area is within the manufacturing plant to formulate Essence zero VOC products, which no other paint products can be made. All virgin ingredients are used. There is no rework product, leftover product, or wash water from a previous batch that will go into the Essence product.
Para Paints colorant.
Colorant that can be added to zero VOC paint will increase the VOC levels and may add some odor to the paint. Para Essence complies with the MPI standards. So the darker the color, the higher VOCs are going to be in the paint because the colorant has a little bit of VOCs.
So the Essence is only in white. Did I understand that?
It's
right?
zero VOC in a white, but
In a
once
white.
you add the colorant to it,
Yeah.
the VOCs are added a little bit. Like in this next thing here, if you see, it's 150 grams per liter for the standards. And if you look here, you got 0.347, and then the highest is the vermilion, which is magenta color, has 0.451, and that's per liter. So it's, and then we did an example of
For this main color.
the color that was done here in the home. So it's got 18.6 grams per liter.
So
it's
we
about,
broke out the formula, what builds up this wall color. So there's black, there's 14 drops of black. And then there's yellow, which there's 4 drops of it. And then there's a brown, which there's 36 drops. So the most is in the brown. But if we go back, the brown will have 0.34, and because there was 36, multiply that, and then you get the formula, and then we got the total all. So
it's very little.
it's quite low for VOCs. But once you go into darker colors, it will go up higher.
Mm-hmm.
Durability of Essence.
Non-abrasive scrub test was applied at 10,000 cycles without damaging the surface on the eggshell finish. And then 15,000 cycles without damaging the surface on the semi-gloss finish. Essence is as durable as any other comparable latex product. So just because it's zero VOC doesn't mean it's any less durable than a regular latex.
Price point.
Essence by Para is competitively priced alongside other 100% acrylic latex paints. The retail price is $52.49.
And the green trend.
Choosing Essence Zero VOC paint from Para puts you right on trend with the growing eco-design movement. Green is gorgeous.
And that's our presentation. Got any questions for us?
Yeah, I remember when the guys were painting, I was here, that was Todd Reimer and his crew were painting. And they were saying that it was really better for them to paint with it because they weren't getting headaches and stuff from the paint. Is that
Yeah.